I can start.
All right.
So today we will discuss two important things during the summit. The first one is future of telecommunication. It's quite important because changing that we are making to the telecommunication ecosystem had direct impact on entire ecosystem of the digital services online. So if we follow the good faith but end up on the halfway, it can really impact the digital agenda and the single market. So we have to be very careful, but I hope we'll be successful in that particular part. And the second topic, it's very important because we'll be discussing how we are addressing to achieve the digital decade goals. And I believe that the Czech Republic can give a good example in two things. First one is how we transfer the goal of digital upskill of the citizen into our Czech digital strategy and the goals that we are targeting in digital decade regarding the digitalization of e-government service, which we are aiming to year 2025. And I'm very happy that I can see how far our colleagues get into that, and then we can share experience in that particular field. Sweet.
Buenos días, good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank the Spanish delegation, the presidential, for very fruitful discussions and the great hospitality. It's great to be here in León. Today we look forward to the discussions of the future of the electronic communications. Of course, it's a huge opportunity for EU. And today, Finland would like to underline the critical infrastructure in all circumstances. I hope that our friends in the EU and also NATO are aware of the damages of submarine critical infrastructure and the damages that are about two different incidents. They happened the 8th of October. The other one is a gas pipeline damage, and the other one is a submarine telecable damage. These both are caused by external things, and they are very serious. A similar telecable damage was also in Sweden, between Sweden and Estonia. And these damages are of course under investigation, and we are cooperating with Estonia and Sweden. And I must emphasize that these have not weakened the security of supply in Finland, and everything is under control. But we need to make the world know that these damages, these attacks on critical infrastructure are not only attacks against Finland or the Baltic countries or Sweden. These are attacks of EU's critical infrastructure. And therefore, Finland sees very forward to the openings of the EU, that we must together strengthen the critical infrastructure, submarine infrastructure, and also build new capacities. Thank you.
Good morning. Yesterday we had a very good and fruitful meeting here in beautiful León together with my counterparts all around Europe, where we discussed how we can strengthen the democratic values and the respect for human rights when we put new standards on the digital field. And we also discussed the importance on more international collaboration with like-minded countries, not least in that field. The ITU is a very important partner, as well as the TT Council with the United States and the TT Council with India. And today we will follow up with discussions on more connectivity, how we can increase investments in more connectivity in Europe, in more 5G, roll out more broadband all around Europe. And we will also end up with an interesting discussion about how we can achieve the digital goals that we have set in the digital decade and in the digital, and the digital agenda in the European Union. So I'm really looking forward to today and to our upcoming discussions. Thank you so much.
and our single market.
L'Italia annette particolare importanza a questo meeting qui a León in Spagna sul futuro della connettività in Europa, che quindi anche in qualche misura il futuro sulla competitività nel nostro continente. Per questo l'Italia è impegnata in prima fila nel piano di digitalizzazione decennale che dovrà consentire a tutti i nostri cittadini, alle nostre imprese italiane ed europee di poter davvero confrontarsi a livello globale con un sistema sempre più competitivo e adeguato ai tempi.
be the first.
Wunderschönen guten Morgen. Wir haben bereits gestern in León in Spanien mit den EU-Digitalministern darüber gesprochen, wie wir zukünftig die Rechte, die wir als Europäische Union in der analogen Welt leben und für selbstverständlich halten, auch in der digitalen Welt einführen. Österreich ist hier im Jahr 2019 bereits mit dem digitalen Humanismus vorangegangen. Das wurde damals noch nicht sehr beachtet, aber mittlerweile ist das mehr oder weniger Standard. Und wir überlegen über den Digital Service Act und andere, wie wir auch die großen amerikanischen Hyperscaler dazu bringen, dieses europäische Recht zu akzeptieren und auch zu vollziehen. Ich unterstütze deshalb auch die Maßnahmen, die Kommissar Breton in den letzten Wochen getroffen hat, nämlich besonders vor dem Hintergrund des Nahostkonflikts, des Wiederaufflammen und Eskalieren des Nahostkonfliktes, hier ganz klar die amerikanischen Hyperscaler in die Verantwortung zu nehmen und sie auch dazu zu bringen, proaktiv auf diesen Content zu schauen und diesen Content auch zu löschen. Ich bin sehr zufrieden mit der aktuellen Vorgangsweise und bin davon überzeugt, dass es nun auch dazu führen wird, dass wir dieses europäische Recht durchsetzen können. Heute geht es nun vor allem um das Thema der Telekommunikationsinfrastruktur. Österreich hat sich in den vergangenen Monaten sehr klar und stark gegen die Einführung einer neuen Netzgebühr im Internet ausgesprochen, da es einerseits zu einer Mehrbelastung der Österreicherinnen und Österreicher führen würde und andererseits die Netzneutralität gefährden würde. Deshalb haben wir uns hier dafür ausgesprochen, dass wir einen neuen Denkansatz wählen. Und ich bin sehr zufrieden damit, dass wir nun heute darüber diskutieren, wie kann das gemeinsame Ziel erreicht werden. Nämlich, dass natürlich amerikanische Hyperscaler dort, wo sie verdienen, auch entsprechend Teil ihrer Wertschöpfung wieder abgeben. Österreich hat deshalb die Werbeabgabe im Internet eingeführt. Österreich spricht sich deshalb auch für eine Mindestbesteuerung aus. Aber es braucht sicher auch noch Wege, wie man das Telekommunikationsnetz, das uns so teuer kommt derzeit im Ausbau, wie es auch hier einen Modus geben kann, in welcher Form wir auch die amerikanischen Hyperscaler in irgendeiner Art und Weise zu Kasse bieten können. Das Letzte, über was wir heute diskutieren werden, sind die Ziele der digitalen Dekade, die wir in Europa haben. Österreich hat hier besonders gut abgeschnitten bei den letzten Erhebungen des sogenannten DESI-Indexes. Jetzt geht es aber darum, welche Maßnahmen müssen wir ergreifen? Welche neuen regulatorischen Erfordernisse haben wir zum Beispiel, wenn es um die Satellitenkommunikation geht? Und wie setzen wir uns in Europa auch auf bei dem ganzen Bereich der digitalen Skills und Fähigkeiten?
Thank you. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Ik ben hier. Sorry, ik moet het in het Nederlands doen, toch? Of in het Engels? Wat zou je doen? Oké. So, good morning. I'm here in León in Spain to discuss with my European colleagues the future of the digital transition of Europe. And that is, of course, a very exciting topic and also very necessary to discuss it. For us in the Netherlands, we are supporting the proposals that are being made here, for instance, on neurotechnology, but we're also looking at the topics that we find very important. For instance, the protection of children's rights. We're looking at generative AI and what it means for the policies that we are proposing. For instance, from the Netherlands, we're looking at a rapid response team in order to make sure that we have a mechanism to deal with all the super rapid developments that we're seeing. Apart from children's rights and generative AI, we're also looking very much into the topic of sustainability and what the energy consumption of, for instance, of generative AI models means. We're looking also into the DSA, which is the Digital Services Act. And we're very happy that the European Commission has chosen to really enforce this new regulation, which is important for safety online for everybody, especially in these trying geopolitical times. I'm looking forward to today's discussions. We're going further on the future of digital transitions and especially also what the next EU Commission should do. And one of the things that I am proposing is not only to look at sustainability and generative AI, but also look at the topic of cookies online, because I believe we should have better regulation on that. So look forward to this second day here in León and meeting with all my colleagues. Thank you. Ik weet niet of ik nu alles had, maar ik hoop het wel. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. Today we are going to discuss the future of telecoms. And Estonia, in this context, with our colleagues from Finland and Sweden, plan to raise the issues of security of our underwater infrastructure. As recent incidents between Estonia and Finland and Estonia and Sweden in the telecom connections with our telecom cables have shown, we have vulnerabilities there, which we have to address collectively. It's important or instrumental because communications are instrumental in our functioning of our digital societies and our single market.
Good morning. Good morning. Can I please ask you to take your seats so that we can get started? Well, first, while colleagues are getting to their seats, let me just tell you that we have this present from the representation of the region, which is excellent, so that you can get a token of appreciation from the presidency and take back to your countries some examples of the local products. I hope you enjoyed last night. I had a very, very good time, and we had a very interesting discussion in our table, which I am sure will continue today during the formal sessions and also in between. So let's get started. We have given a bit more time to today's first session. Since yesterday we were a bit too tight, and that's why I'm very grateful that we're starting at 1:15 of the level playing field with the appearance of abuses of dominant position, other barriers to entry that explain why there is this ongoing review of our regulatory framework. The interaction between ex-ante regulation and competition policy enforcement is one of the key issues that we also need to reflect on and upgrade and update with a view to ensuring that we preserve the level playing field within the EU, whilst at the same time supporting the competitiveness of our economy. The European Commission has launched a reflection, a public consultation, precisely with a view to shaping the future of telecoms in Europe and ensuring that we have a regulatory framework which is fit for purpose, fit for the digital decade. And this is perfect timing, Commissioner Breton, since I'm going to give you the floor right now so that you can share with us what the state of play is on the ongoing reflection and what your views are on the regulatory framework for the upcoming decade. Since you were not here when I was talking about the housing organizational principles, all speakers will be limited to 3 minutes, and a chime will ring when you have exhausted your time. Since you're going to be the first speaker and representing the Commission, you have been allotted 4 minutes. And the floor is yours.
Merci de cette